Hello everybody, welcome back. I am Digby and this is Stranded Deep. Now before we get started, I wanted to mention a couple of things. Since the last video, I went back and rewatched and I noticed that I had made a goof on my paper-drawn map. So, I have corrected it. I don't know how the hell I managed to do that, but I've done it. It's all fixed on the map and I was going to let Future Me show you, but frankly he can't be bothered. The other big thing that happened is that I went through and started recording a couple of days ago. I began the game, I got up, I did my usual, have the coconut for breakfast, everything went well, drank out of the water still, and then saved the game, because, habits. Only to discover, as I was exploring the beach later on, that the water still thing is bugged slightly. I should have mentioned probably, I'm playing on experimental, you can see it down here. And apparently in the experimental branch, if you drink directly from the still, it doesn't fill your hydration bar. So, luckily, I didn't get too far into it. I had explored the beach and I'd found all the stuff that we missed from last time. So we're going to have to do that again. But other than that, I hadn't done the ships yet, so that's still good. And I had been having a discussion with you, which you'll never hear now, about whether or not I still wanted to go to the island to the east. And I'll explain that why when we get to it. But that being said, let's get rolling. Come to on our little island. And we will have to, like I said, I've already had breakfast, but we will have to do a drink again. I have found a workaround for that, thank God. If you drink out of a coconut flask, you're fine. The downside was at the time, I didn't have any fibrous leaves to make a coconut flask out of. So as soon as the sun comes up, we're going to go find all the leaves that we missed, which, by the way, there were enough, thank God, we got lucky on that one. And then we're going to make a coconut flask. We're going to hopefully have some water in there again by then. Let me check my watch. Yeah, see, we were very, very thirsty. And I actually got dehydrated before I even noticed it, because it's just one of those things. I drank out of the water still, and I never think to check the watch to make sure it worked. Unless I'm really, really low. And we are only, well, we're down one hunger, but we did eat the coconut for breakfast. So, here comes the sun. Alright, we're going to get all the plants and things that we left on the beach the first time. So let's get that, pick this up. I'm trying to think what else we left behind. Well, anyway, I'll find it all again, hopefully. So, there were a couple of rocks I missed for sure. Thank God for that. And I think I probably mentioned in the first video, but the fibrous leaves do actually regrow, so that's a good thing. But that's a plant. There's a rock. Kill the seagull, kill the seagull, kill the seagull! Bugger. Oh yes, one other thing I had decided too was that I'm going to eat fish this time around. The hell with it. This is not for me anyway, it's not a personal playthrough, it's a fish playthrough. It's kind of a speed playthrough thing, so about surviving, thriving, and reaching 100% sustainability, so we're going to eat fish. Ugh. Personally don't care much for fish in real life. The other thing we want to look for, and I found some, here they are, is potatoes. Now, I'm not going to pick them now, because if you pick fruits and vegetables, and, oh, yeah, there are fruits that grow on islands as well. There's two types of fruit, and potatoes, which are edible. Those are things that can be regrown, but if you pick them too early, like say if I picked them today and I didn't actually get them into a planter in the next couple of days, they spoil and then they disappear from inventory or they disappear from the beach. So we're just going to leave those there for now. But I had taken and written myself a little note on the back of my map with the grid coordinate, C3, which is the middle. I think I explained from the map how we do the grids. And I wrote potatoes on it, so I can keep track of what fruits and vegetables are where, up until we're actually ready to start planting things. And then we can do that. Now, did we miss? I know we've missed a couple more fibrous leaves. I just can't remember where they were. Alright, well, we need to do a thorough scouring of the island anyway to make sure we haven't missed anything. Let's see. Here. No. Okay. Well, hope we can find one. I know I need a couple more. Ah, there's one of them. Come on. Wrong key. Oh, always a good sign when you start pushing the wrong buttons before you even get going. Alright, there's that one. How many have I gotten so far? 2. I think we only had 1 left on the beach. So, we did. We have 3. Alright, we've really got to find 1 more lashing. Oh, and a couple of flowers I missed as well. Rolled on me. Yeah, worth a mention, the fiber sleeves do regrow, and in a usual playthrough, this wouldn't be an issue at all. You can just drink directly from the still, and you wouldn't have to go desperately finding fiber sleeves at the last minute. And it is a bug that the developers are aware of, and they are going to fix in the next patch. But I didn't want to wait for the next patch to play some more, because I really, really love this game, and I wanted to play today. Technically, I wanted to play a couple days ago, but that didn't work out. Anyway, alright, we just need one more for the little spiky things. Where are ya? Where are ya? Come on, fiber sleeves. I do seem to recall it was hiding in a bush somewhere, but I cannot remember what bush. Let's see. Nope, 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 nope. Definitely not in that bush, that's for sure. Okay, maybe? Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Is that you? That's not it. Ah, damn it. No, I guess if I can't find it, we're gonna have to make do, but we will find it. Or we will find one somewhere. Otherwise, we're gonna have to have a serious change of plans for what I wanted to do today. Oh, come on, somewhere just be one little lonely fiber sleeve. Just one, please. Oops. Oh, you can climb palm trees, by the way. You can go up and get the coconuts. Didn't actually mean to do that. I was trying to jump rather than climb. Same hotkey, same button, spacebar. Alright, come on. Find ourselves one more. What you potatoes, you got them over here with you? There he is. Gotcha. Okay, now let's real quick craft a lashing before we forget, like we're going to forget. So we are starting to get seriously thirsty. Alright. Find my coconut. Craft a coconut flask. We will take the drink that's in the flask. Thank you. Drink a couple more. Oh, I forgot. It can only hold one drink at a time. Later on you get the clay jug and that can hold more. Alright, that's out. So we're going to have to really quick cut a palm tree down. 1 day survived. AKA 24 hours survived. Alright, let me get my axe. Let's go cut down another palm tree. Get some more palm leaves going. Get that water running. Hello, other coconut. Another rock. Seems like no matter how many times you run around your island, you'll always find something you missed. Come on, pomperons. Thank you. Get one in there. I'll pick up the trunk this time instead of dragging it. I'm not sure why I dragged it the last few times, but there you go. Habits, I guess. Alright, drop the trunk. I'm going to drop some of these plants, because I'm going to be lugging those around in my inventory. And all the plants are good for different things, so we'll get into that eventually. I don't know about it today. Stuff like the aloe makes sunscreen, and the pippies are antidote for poison, and I can't remember what the other one does, but it does have a purpose in life. Alright, coconut back here in our coconut spot. We're going to get some palm leaves, and we're going to palm fronds. We'll get the water still going. How are we doing on thirst now? Oops. Still 3 down. We got a little ways to go, but we're gaining. Alright, we can drop the rocks. Over here. I heard a drink hit the still. That's good. Oh, rocks over there. See, take a few days away, and you forget everything. Alright, this is where the rocks live. Now, that being said and done, I think, mind you, we might be ready to go exploring some shipwrecks. Make sure I'm not gonna die. Alright, that looks like we've got a crate out on this little longboat here. So let's go grab that one first. Come on, thank you. Grab that. We'll open them all up later and see what we get. Be a little bit like Christmas. Now we do have to keep a watch out for the shark, so... Oh, I think I see buoy balls down there. You will know when the shark is in the neighborhood. Oh, whoops, that's not what I want to do. I want to swim around to the other side and get the stuff. Let's go get some stuff. Oh, flashlight, that's a good one. Ah, another ration too. That's really good. Oh, hello shark. Okay, that's the shark. If the shark is here, we really shouldn't be. Let's get the hell out of Dodge before he decides to come back and have us for breakfast. Head for the shallows. Alright, well, if he's going to swim around over here for a bit, let's go over there. Maybe he'll be stupid and follow us. Alright, a couple of crates we managed to salvage. An engine part, I'll just leave those over here. Food ration we'll put down by the tent. Actually, how about you know what? We're going to have this now. Just going to treat us. That should get all our levels back to normal. Ha! Perfect. And a flashlight. The flashlight's good because you can see in the dark and everything else, and helps with really, like, dim shipwrecks. Alright, let's carry on exploring. Remember, always keep an eye out on the sand when you're running in, just to make sure you don't step on anything purple, spiky, and poisonous. This is like Christmas. Alright, what do you got for me? Alright, buoy balls on this one as well. The buoy balls are useful. You can make a fishing boat. Oh, hello, that's a grouper. Hold on, change of plans. That's dinner. This is a grouper. Groupers are good. Groupers have a lot of meat on them. Alright, let's go get you back to shore. Alright, there's supper tonight sorted out. And one big fish. He looks so pitiful. Size of them. Ha! Good enough. Real life survival tip, if you're planning on eating it later, don't leave your fish lying out in the hot sun all day. Just, you know, just a word of advice. Alright, hopefully the shark hasn't showed up. Let's go see what we can find on this shipwreck. I did mention I was a bit of a magpie. I do tend to get distracted pretty easily. Alright. As I was saying, I think, buoy balls, that's little yellow things over here. Alright, God, there's another one? Alright, no, don't be greedy. We don't need two. Only need one. Whoops. Buoy balls are useful for making fishing bobbers, so later on when you get a fishing pole, you can catch fish. Oh, not a bad little haul for this one. And they also make raft bottoms as well. So tempted. Oh, nope. Alright, temptation over. Out we go. Out of the water. Everybody out of the water. That's weird. Usually the music changes when the shark's around. He has his own little theme tune, kind of like the Jaws shark. Ah, speaking of music, I absolutely love the music in this game. I could play this for hours just listening to the music and nothing else. In fact, if you ever see this Dev's soundtrack album, you'd buy it. So you know. Alright, we have a plank, that's good. I'm going to put those over here with this. We have a fishing spear, which frankly we don't need today, because now we have the Hans grouper over there we're going to eat tonight. Let's stick that in the ground. It's a nice way to store spears. We got a piece of leather. Also nice if we want to make a refined axe or anything good. And another lashing. Can never have enough lashings. That's a It's the truth of life in this game. Now, we have one more shipwreck, and that's the secret underwater shipwreck we've not explored yet. And with luck, we can get to it, get whatever's on it, get out before the shark even knows we're there. What's the old saying? May your spirit be in heaven before the devil knows you're dead. Fingers crossed. And down we go. Ah! Different kind of boat. And not boating well either, because most of it's under the ground. The way you get into this type of boat is through a hole in the deck right there, which we can't do. We did, however, get another crate. Alright. I'm not feeling it, so let's get out of here quick before the shark shows up. Oh, the poison thing down there. I think we can avoid you. Stinger. Alright. That's the shark's music. That means the shark's around somewhere. Don't like the shark music. Shark music is bad. Oh! Okay. Thought that was a shark there for a second. I'll have to go back and watch this back later and see if it was. I don't think it was. I'm pretty sure they can't get into shallows like that, but just in case. Alright, so we did manage to get 4 crates. Let's see what we got. Got more leather, got another lashing. Motor parts, yay. Another lashing, another fishing spear. More leather. A couple more of those, and another cloth. Alright, not a bad haul. We'll take it. 3 leather, that's quite nice. And a couple of lashings. It's going to be really good to have when we start traveling. Which time is it? Alright. Well, I guess we're ready to spend the last night on the island. We will come back eventually to get all the stuff we're leaving behind right now. But we don't need to stay here any longer. We need to go find somewhere bigger. So while we've got the daylight and we have the time, let's see where we want to go live. Take the compass, which is an incredibly useful little thing. Oh, I'll drop the cloth off as well. We'll take the compass. So for big islands, and you can tell the big islands because they have like a giant rock in the middle of them. Like that. And it's kind of hard to see there. Alright, that's the island to the east we were talking about maybe moving to originally. And then that one's to the southeast. Southeast is actually that's a small island. Must just have a rock in the middle of it. So, alright, let me look at my map. Alright, we've got the big island to the east, which we were talking about. There should be another one to the north. So let's go up to the north. That looks like it's probably it. Ah! Big island to the north, and then another one to the southwest. Which will be over here. Get a little cloudy over here today. And southwest. Now the reason I was thinking about picking a different island is if you can, as you can see from here, there's only one little shipwreck out there, and I don't see any masts sticking out of the water, so there's not a whole lot going on in the shipwreck department. That one's got a nice big mast sticking up, but it's a small island. That one also small island, but a couple of nice big masts sticking up, or at least the bow of a ship and a big mast. And over here on the north, you can probably just see it in the distance, is that shipwreck right there. Now, I'm just guessing, but judging from the looks of the mast on it, that is the wreck of, well, in my head I always call it a battleship. It's not, but it's a very, very large wreck, and it will have a lot of stuff on it. Hopefully none of it's underwater, because those things are an absolute ball ache to explore. But we're going to hope for the best, and we're going to move to the north, I think. I say think. I know. We're moving to the north. Okay, how are we doing on stuff? We are getting thirsty again. UV's high, but we don't have sunstroke, so we're not going to worry about it. We have enough palm fronds to get stuff going, but just for fun, and because we're going to want one tomorrow anyway, I'm going to cut down a couple more palm trees and grab some palm bunches to bring with us. We'll just take the short ones for now. I will eventually come back and I'm going to just cut down every damn tree and sticking thing on this island, because it's quite close to where our home base is going to be, and a lot of our base is going to be built out of the wood from this island. So yeah, I tend to strip mine the first one pretty bad. Whoops. You, get you out here. Alright, let's separate the bunch. We don't need to get the fronds just yet. We can just take the bunches for now. Let's get the palm bunch. Let's get the trunk. And one more. Oh! Handy little tip, just for fun. Coconuts on palm trees, while we have the compass out, you may notice, always point in the general direction of northeast. I'll do it. Looking up. Get the palm tree behind us just right. Anyway, yeah, northeast. So, if you are stuck somewhere and you don't have a compass, find the nearest palm tree, look at where the coconuts are pointing, and the coconuts point northeast. Well, there you go. Tips and tricks. Who says we're not informative? Alright, speaking of that coconut, let's grab you, chop you down. You'll be doing a lot of this in this game, so hopefully this isn't something that you find boring. Well, boring to watch maybe, but not boring to do. Alright, let's get another palm bunch. Yes, one fundamental rule I do have that I'm not going to violate is that when I move to my new home island, I'm not going to cut any trees down on it if I can possibly help it. I do not like to desecrate my new home and make it look awful. So it's just as easy to go to a close island and steal everything I want to steal from there and not even worry about it. Alright, we will just hang on to the fronds. We'll get our tomorrow's breakfast ready to go. Oh, that's not what I want. I want the knife, which we nicely left on the beach. Hello, Hans Grouper. Come to Daddy. I want to eat you for supper. Look on his face. I'd imagine if I ended up dead on a beach and somebody was gutting me for food, that's probably the look on my expression. My facial expression would be as well. So, alright, let's get our two giant meats cooking. Then we'll eat, drink, and we will be merry. While that's cooking, let's check our vitals. Alright, we are extremely thirsty, so how about we drink our fill. Refill the fronds. We will fill this up again too before we leave, just because I always like to leave the still, whenever I put one together on another island, I like to leave the still behind full. That way if I ever do come back and I need a drink of water desperately, I'll know where there is one. Medium fish. Alright, well while we wait, why don't I explain what I mean by 100% sustainable island life. Because while fish are, well, pretty well infinite and everything else, wood isn't. And while, I mean, theoretically it would take you probably 5 or 6 years of being stranded out here, in game time mind you, not real time, but in game time, 5 or 6 years maybe to run out of wood and sticks, and then, you know, no more fire. Vegetables and fruit, on the other hand, will just grow as long as you water it. And water only requires the fibrous leaves, which are renewable. They come back after, I think, 2 or 3 days. It's probably 3 days. They'll come back. So you can always have water if you have a big enough island with enough baby palm trees on it. And if you grow fruit and veggies, you'll always have enough food. And that's what I mean by 100%. I can English, I promise. That's what I mean by 100% sustainable, is your food and your water are all able to sustain themselves and don't require any outside thing whatsoever. Anyway, there we go. I mean, a complete hash of that, but... Oh, the bigger the meat, the longer it does take to cook. Look at that. Well, let's pick up our flashlight while we're at it. See how nice this is? Now we can find stuff in the dark. This is quite handy later on, especially when you go looking for fibrous leaves and things. It's nice to be able to see where you're going in the dark. You don't have to limit yourself to daytime wandering around and doing stuff. Alright. There's our one drink I think we need. Yep, 2 food and 1 drink. So, yeah, if we only need 2 food, both steaks are actually overkill. I could have just taken 1 from him and left the fish on the beach. But, well, we'll treat ourselves. We'll go to bed full, it'll be nice. Alright, come on a ding. So we're gonna need to... quite a few logs over here. Nice. Alright, we will probably leave the flowers behind for now. The logs. We'll definitely take the sticks. We really want the palm bunches and stuff. I usually take the planks and the corrugated scrap too, and the lashings and things, and the rocks. Because hopefully tomorrow we are not only going to go to our new home to the north, we're going to give it a little bit of an explore, and if we can, we may build a raft. That will be nice, because then we can sail, which is infinitely faster than taking that stupid slow-motion yellow lifeboat thing. It'll also be nice, too, because we can drag the lifeboat up on the beach and never have to move it again and leave it. Ah, that sounds like a ding. We got our cooked meat. We got our cooked meat. Eat that real quick. We will extinguish the fire. That should have us all nice and full. We need 2 drinks of water. We only got 1, but that should do. Got us up. Oh yeah, we're good to go. Okay, well on that happy note, we're gonna save the game, as we do. Oh, I just heard one more hit the thing. You know what? We're gonna have it. You're gonna have it. Thank you, game. Alright, now we're gonna save the game. I'm gonna get some sleep. I want to thank everybody for watching the video, and I will see you in the next episode.